Welcome to day 7 of learning how to design for 3D printing, and in today's video, we're going to learn how to make these 3D printable NFC tags from start to finish. This is a fun and simple design. In fact, it's actually so easy, anyone can do it, and this is an extremely useful 3D print that you can use for yourself, for your business, or maybe even to sell to potential clients. I'm going to walk you through every step of the way, and this one's going to be a little bit different compared to everything else that we created so far. This is going to incorporate real-world pieces into our 3D prints, so that way we can actually make our prints look a bit more unique rather than just it being completely 3D printed. Now, to start, you will need some additional accessories. The first thing you'll need is this NFC read and write app on your phone. This is going to allow us to write our NFC tag and details into the NFC tag that we have. The second thing you'll need is to purchase an NFC tags on Amazon, which they are fairly inexpensive. You can find these from anywhere between $8 to $12 for a pack of anywhere between 30 and 40. So I think for the cost, or at least for the benefit that you get from this is honestly fairly inexpensive. The last thing you'll need, of course, is your 3D printer, but for the most part, if you're here, then you already know you need one. So with that said, I'm gonna walk you through the process, how to set this up, and how to get a fully scannable NFC tag from start to finish. So let's go ahead and jump right into my computer and get started. So the first thing we want to do here is to open up a blank new canvas within Fusion. So to start, I'll click on the plus icon here on the right hand side. And for now, for this video, we're going to use the parts design icon here. Click on create new. And now what we want to do here is to create a new sketch. So to start, new sketch, selecting the bottom plane here. And then what we want to do here is to select or create a center rectangle. Hovering over to create, rectangle, center rectangle. And now as you can see from the center, we'll go ahead and drag this out. I'm going to set the value for this to 35 by 35. Once done, I'll press enter on my keyboard. Then I'll click on finish sketch. From here, I'll press E on my keyboard to extrude this profile, and I'll extrude this to, let's just say, around 4 millimeters. Once done, I'll press OK, and now we have this solid sort of square in our canvas. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and fillet all the corners in this design, pressing F on our keyboard, and I'll go ahead and select every single edge or corner of this product here. I'll go ahead and fillet this in to, let's just say, around 6, and I'll press OK. Now, the next thing we need to do here is to import the SVG for the Instagram logo. So I'm going to be using Instagram as a reference for this video, since I think that's the easiest one, and since a lot of people use the app. So I'll hover over to insert on the top right hand side, select insert SVG. Now, what I've done here is I've also listed the link down below in the description where you can actually download the SVG file. You can actually download it on this website that I found, and you can download it straight away. It's easily accessible and you don't have to pay to get access to the file. So once done, I'll go ahead and import it into my computer and import it into my canvas here. Once done, I'm gonna select my face, which is gonna be where I'm gonna place the SVG. And now you should have your SVG imported into Fusion 360. Let's go ahead and drag this out, center it, and let's go ahead and rotate this to properly set it up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scale this up just a bit so that way it sits right in the center. And I think that looks good to me. So I'll go ahead and press OK. And once done, you'll see that our SVG file has been placed on our design. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna press E on my keyboard, in which we're gonna take all the profiles that we have here and extrude that by, let's just say, 1 millimeter. Once done, make sure the operation is set to join and press OK. Now, let's go ahead and add some sort of a hook or some part or piece that attaches to the very top. Now, this isn't absolutely necessary. If you prefer to carry this with you, then personally, I think this is a great choice, but for the most part, not necessary. You can give these out as business cards and they'll work just fine. So let's go ahead and create a sketch, then select the top face here, and let's go ahead and create 2 center diameter circles. So I'll select center diameter circle from the top, drag this out, and I'll go ahead and drag this out to where it reaches right here in the center at the bottom. Then I'll press O on my keyboard, select the outer circle here, and then just drag this in. And I'm gonna make sure to drag this in to where this line here reaches here at the very top. So I'd say negative 2.75 and press enter. Now, this circle is pretty big, and for the most part, this probably takes up more of our design than we would like it to take. So I'll go ahead and make this a little bit smaller by pressing D on our keyboard and then dimensioning the circle. I'll set the dimensions to, let's just say, anywhere between 18 millimeters, as this is just big enough for us to fit something inside, like a lanyard or a rope, but not too big where it takes up so much space. Additionally, what I'm also gonna do is that I'm gonna move this circle and kind of just drag this down. So for the most part, we're just kind of eyeballing it. Doesn't need to be perfect. And once I'm happy with that, I'll go ahead and select the profile, press E, and I'll go ahead and drag this down all the way to the other side. Make sure the operating system is set to join and press OK. Now you have a hook or some sort of opening in the center where you can actually attach something to kind of hold your keychain. I'm also going to add a chamfer here to kind of reinforce these edges here on the sides by pressing S, type in chamfer. Then I'll go ahead and select the edges here and drag this out to, let's just say, around 3 millimeters. And that looks good to me. So there we have the inner workings of our NFC tag. Now we are pretty much, I would say, 40% of the way there. The next thing we need to do here is to export this to our slicer. And I'm going to show you a trick as to how you can actually add an NFC tag into your 3D prints without having to manually design it from Fusion 360. So let's go ahead and export the body, right click, save as mesh, and press OK. So now that we have our design within our slicer, the next thing we need to do here is to prepare this design so we can actually add an NFC tag in the center of it. Now, what you can do here is that you can right click on your design and then select this piece called Add Negative Part. Now, I do want to mention for this video, I'm using Bamboo Slicer, and depending on what slicer you have, you very likely should already have this feature, as this feature is pretty universal, especially for most slicers. So just throwing this out there just in case you're using a different slicer, but for the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna right click on my design, then click on Add Negative Part. And what I'm gonna do is create a cylinder. Now, what I wanna do is make this cylinder, or the size of this cylinder, to basically the size of my NFC tag. So if you're not sure what the size of your NFC tag is, you wanna go to where you purchase your NFC tag. Now, for me, as an example, I purchased this on Amazon. These are fairly inexpensive, and the ones that I got here already show you the dimensions for this product. You can see that this is around 25 millimeters, and the thickness of this is around 0.8, which is around 1 millimeter, give or take. So these are pretty small, and we wanna make sure that this fits into our design. But we made our design to the right size, so we should be just fine. So what I'm gonna do here is create the cylinder that matches that exact same sketch or that exact same dimensions. So if the size of it is 25, I'll leave it at here at 25. And what I'm also gonna do is set the scale to 1. Now, I have this sort of cutout here that replicates or mimics the size of my NFC tag. Now, right now it has been set to the exact size, or roughly the exact same size. So if I leave it at 0.8, which is the almost or exactly the same size of my NFC tag, this is exactly what I would leave off with. But one thing about 3D printing is that we want to make sure that the NFC tag fits inside, giving it enough space for it to fit in, but not too much space where it accidentally moves around just a bit. So what I'm going to do is make this a little bit wider and a little bit longer. So instead of 25, I'm going to set this to 25.4, also setting the side 25.4, and instead of 0.8, 1.2. The reason why I did this is because on average with slicing or whenever you're 3D printing something, 0.4 is the same thickness to what your nozzle would produce. So if you're using a 0.4 nozzle, that can produce usually anywhere from 0.2 to 0.4, depending on the layer line. And since, for example, if I'm printing with, let's just say, a layer height of 0.2, that means this is gonna give me a little bit more of a gap, at least 2 layer lines thick if I have it at a 0.4, which basically gives me space for me to put in my NFC tag without my 3D printer accidentally printing directly on the NFC tag itself. So I know that's a lot of information, but let me just show you what I mean. So let me go ahead and take this cutout here and kind of center it right in the middle. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take this tag and move it just inside our body here. Now that it's inside our body, you can see that we have our cutout here in the center, which is perfect for our NFC tag. And then once I click on Slice Plate, you'll see that if I were to go into my design and then kind of move this down, there's gonna be a cutout for our NFC tag here. And this is where we're gonna place it. Now, one thing about this is that if you wanna print your NFC tags inside your design without it showing on the outside, you'll actually have to put this inside. And one way to do this is to add this cutout in the center in which you're gonna print right over it. So you can see as it prints over it right around layer 15, that's gonna completely cover the NFC tag, completely hiding it, giving it kind of like this all-in-one sort of experience or this all-in-one look and feel, which is really what we're aiming for. But in order to add this without possibly having any issues, we need to go ahead and pause it right before it prints right over. So right around layer 15 and layer 14, you can see that's when it starts to print over. So I'm gonna right click on layer 14 and add a pause. That way when my 3D printer is printing, that's gonna pause right then and there. It's actually gonna prompt me to actually add whatever I need to add. And then I can continue printing once I've added my NFC tag. So let's just say in this scenario, I'm going to color this. Let's just say this thing is completely white. And then this piece here is gonna be black or pink. So then there I have my design. So if I have multicolor, this won't affect it. And once you 3D print this, so I'll click on slice plate, my 3D printer is gonna go ahead and print out this design. It's gonna give me a pause. Once I click resume, it's gonna continue printing and then continue printing the colors just as expected. This won't change your design even if you have multicolor, so don't feel afraid to actually add colors to this. I actually encourage you to do so that way you make it unique or personalized to however you want to make it. So let's go ahead and print this out and I'll show you exactly how to write your information onto the NFC tag. So the first thing you want to do here is to download this NFC Read and Write app. This app is going to allow you to write information onto your NFC tag. Once installed on your phone, the next thing we need to do is to write some information on that NFC tag so we can add our details. We can add details such as a name, a website, email, any personal information that is relative to yourself, to your business, or to whoever you're selling to. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and add a link to a website in which once I add my link, in which I'm going to write this to my NFC tag, which is going to save that onto that tag. So whenever I scan my phone with my NFC tag, that's automatically going to open up that link directly on my phone, giving it a unique and seamless experience. And in fact, it's so easy. Like I mentioned, anyone can do it. You can design it within Fusion, create the cutouts within your slicer, add your own custom products and tags into your 3D prints, giving it a unique feel and a unique touch, which I think is super cool. So with that said, if you want to use the exact resources and things that I used for this video, I'll leave everything down below in the description. In addition, if you also want to learn how to create your own custom designs and products for 3D printing, master 3D printing, maybe even potentially sell your own 3D printed products and designs just like these NFC tags, make sure to check out 3D Printing School. 3D Printing School gives you everything you need to learn 3D printing, master it, and to create some really cool products and designs. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link down below in the description. With that said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.